Good day, ladies and gentlemen, this is Advanced Logic, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda the Minish cap. This is weird because this is just going to be a bonus part. I'm just showing off some extra stuff that you guys may or may not be interested in, and I'm just going to kill everything in sight. Well, almost everything in sight. This guy just got in my way, a freaking Helmosaurs. Yeah, out of my way. Anyway, I'm showing off some extra stuff, mostly stuff that is counted toward 100%, or at least Zelda Wiki considers it, I don't even know. I'm going along with it because either way I wanted to show some extra stuff. So, if you guys remember me showing off that one Kinstone fusion with the Goron in that one cave, it actually woke up this big Goron over here. Welcome, Goro. Oh, what a tiny Goron you are. You make this big Goron happy with this unexpected visit to my distant home. Oh, what is that you have there? Is that by any chance a shield? Well, among us Gorons who know well the taste of steel, they are considered a fine delicacy. Little Goron, please, Goro. Let me just nibble on the corner, would you? I'll give it back to you just as soon as I've had the tiniest taste. Won't you please just let me have a bite, a lick, a tiny crumb? That kind of sounded suggestive, but whatever, sir. If I eat it, you'll no longer have a shield. Do you mind? Honestly, no, not really. We already beat Body. Who the hell cares? Why are you slurping it? I don't know, maybe it's like a candy. It's like it has a deep, rich taste surpassing even the great praise I have heard. Yeah, he's not getting back our shield anytime soon. So anyway, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Actually, before I do that, I kinda like the little detail they threw right here. It's like, every time you pass under his hand, like his fingers adjust towards it, and it's like, I don't want to crush you with my fingers. Look at this. Well, at least he's courteous, I'll give him that much. You can have him play the piano too. It's like doo 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 doo. It's like he's playing the piano, only with me playing the choreographer. Oh my god. Anyway, while he's doing that, I don't know why I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be showing off the treasures that I could have gotten before we headed into Dark Hyrule Castle, because I really don't want this stuff to be on my map right after I finally beat the game, and what I consider to be 100%. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure it is truly, absolutely, positively 100% in this game before I actually end this game for good. Even though I technically already did the finale, but who the hell cares? Anyway, right here, right in front of the entrance of the Krenel's mines, or like Milari's mines, you find this chest right here with 200 mysterious shells. And as you climb your way up here on Mount Krenel, you'll find this chest right here with a blue Kinstone piece, which is entirely pointless because I've done all 100 Kinstone fusions. And just a little forewarning to you guys right now, most of these are Kinstone pieces, and they're entirely 100% pointless at this point. But hey, they're going to be cluttering up my map, so yeah, I really don't want them to be on there. Anyway, yeah. And the next treasure we're going to be coming over is right here at the summit of Mount Krenel. It's in this one section where the water boulders, I suppose. Anyway, the chest right here has a blue Kinstone piece, also pointless. I'll see you guys at the base of Mount Krenel now. Here at the base of Mount Krenel, if you make your way here where you get the Mount Krenel mineral water, I'm just going to grab me some right here. You guys see that chest right there? And of course, what do you guess it's going to have? A Kinstone piece that's entirely freaking pointless. And if you're wondering why I got Mount Krenel's mineral water, well, you guys will see soon enough why the reason that is to be, I suppose. Anyway, I'll see you guys back at the Minish village. Anyway, here we are back inside the Minish village, and if you make your way back into here where we got the Pico Bloom thing going on, we started the first one, and as you guys see right here, the ones right here started to bloom. Alright, so he succeeded in growing a yellow Pico Bloom. So now and if you guys see, there's still 2 more sets of these that are yet to bloom. So we're going to be helping him do those right now. And of course, the next one he needs is Mount Krenel mineral water in order to get the next one to bloom. So of course we're going to be giving this to him, and we still have to wait. Like, I've heard somewhere that you could just gotta go to a distant place and then come back. But honestly, I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with this sort of thing, because either way, I still gotta be collecting a whole bunch of treasures. So while we're at it, we're gonna collect the ones here that are here inside the Minish woods. Here in the back entrance of the Minish village, you find this chest right here with a blue Kinstone piece. God damn it, it's like the 4th one! And after I finish cutting the grass right here for some fucking reason, here we go into Syrup's hut, and if you remember the Kinstone fusion we did with the one guy in the Western Woods, she decided to finally make red potion. Once you try my new red potion, you'll never go back to the blue stuff. So, of course, you just gotta buy this for 150 rupees. And I believe the blue potion only recovers like 8 hearts. Don't trust me on that because I've never bought it before. But the red potion will fill up your heart, will replenish your health entirely. So yeah, that's something, I suppose. Especially if you get that in early on. If it was like, you don't want to go hunting for fairies, oh, just drink a red potion or something. Over here in the top left corner of the Castor Wilds, where there's this Minish crack that we managed to open. And if you make your way in here, guess what's in here? Oh, fucking gosh, I don't know. Kinda pisses me off that most of these are kinstone pieces that we can't even use anymore. But whatever, it's all good. Onward to the Wind Ruins. Over here in the Wind Ruins, right where the beanstalk was at, just in the map before it, there's another Minish crack that we managed to open. And guess what? I don't even have to say it anymore. And over here toward the end of the Wind Ruins, here we activated the Golden Octorok, or at least we summoned the Golden Octorok, which is the last golden monster that we have to defeat if I remember things correctly. And when you kill him, he drops 100 rupees. So yeah, that's all well and good, and we got 950. Geez, how come something tells me that's how much the PS4 is gonna cost, but I can't say for sure. And again, considering how much the PS3 cost when it first came out, nobody gives a shit anymore. Either way, I got mine for 200, so... So, no, seriously, Sony is a pretty good company. It's alright. Over here in the top section of the Trilby Highlands, there's a chest that showed up. God friggin' damn it. Okay, the Pico Bloom better have bloomed by this point. Hopefully. Didn't do all the traveling for nothing. Please tell me for the love of God and all of this. Holy, yes it has! It started to bloom. So now we've grown blue Pico Blooms. And if you guys saw what I bought last, freaking course. Anyway, yeah, you need red potion to do the last one. So of course, now that we have that, now we just gotta be collecting whatever we have left for treasures. Don't worry, there's like 2 left, and it's pretty far out of the way, so I'm just gonna be traveling on foot to ensure they grow by the time I get back. No more Ocarina teleporting and all that, because honestly I feel like that doesn't add to the fact that you travel to a faraway place. So anyway, I'll see you guys, well, at the last 2 chests, because honestly they're just like right near each other. Alright guys, here we are inside the Royal Valley. There's 2 chests, one on this side and one on the other side. Just take a wild guess what they have. Hell, I don't even want to show it off, but you know what? Take a wild guess. I'll give you 3 seconds. Screw you, game! Please tell me it is done. Please, thank you, sir! So now we've bloomed orange Pico Blooms, thanks to our help, I suppose. And so that's the last one, and if you actually talk to him again, I'm taking a break from my research, but I have lots of good ideas. Super Pico Bloom, Hyper Pico Bloom, Cyber Pico Bloom, which one should I work on first? How about neither, so I never have to waste my time with this ever again. Cause yeah, this is a weird thing to consider for 100% completion, and I'll show you guys right now. I'll see you guys in Hyrule Town. So here we are back in Hyrule Town, and if you couldn't guess it, those Pico Blooms actually help you find Picolites, or as I pronounced them before, Pilocytes. I don't know why I called them that, but whatever. So these are Picolites. I haven't mentioned them before. They increase your chance of a certain thing for 200 rupees each. But thing is though, they only last 30 seconds when you use them. So it is almost entirely pointless to buy them, because I believe this one right here, the white Pilocyte, it increases your chance of finding kinstone pieces? I can't really remember. The red ones, I think, increase your chance to finding, like, hearts. And the green one helps you find mysterious shells quicker. Either that or it's the other way around. Hang on, let me check. Green Pilocyte is for, yeah, mysterious shells. And the white one is for kinstone pieces. And the yellow one that we managed to get first helps you find rupees at 200 for 200 rupees. It is almost entirely redundant. And the orange Pilocyte, which we got last, helps you find fairies everywhere, which is really fucking stupid, because you can find fairies just about anywhere as long as you run into a tree that's standing by itself. Almost always, anyway. And the blue Pilocyte helps you find items, and I'm assuming this means like arrow surplus, bomb surplus, a lot easier. But almost that is entirely pointless considering how many I can carry at this point. Oh, god damn it. I don't know why Zelda Wiki considers this 100% completion, but hey, if I'm going to stick true to being 100% complete with this game, I'm going to stick true to it. And anyway, one last thing to show off. I think I'm going to read off, not the descriptions of the figurines that we've gotten so far. Actually, I better show this off right here. If you talk to this guy right here, Karloff, hey, I've been waiting for you. I've got something new to show you. It's our final series, my friend. Check it out. Not yet. For now, though, I'm going to be showing off the figurines. I'm not going to read every single description because they pretty much talk for themselves. So, I'm just going to show off all the 130 figurines that you had to collect for 100%. So, there's Capless Lonk, of course. There's Eslo Lonk right there, and for some reason he has the Hand of Pocky right there. I don't know. There's Princess Zelda, you know, before she started getting stoned and started going down the path of evil and such, I don't know. And Eslo as a cap, Sorcerer Vati right there. King Daltis, you know, before he got screwed over and got replaced by Vati right here. Seems kind of fitting that they're sitting next to each other, but whatever. And Minister Podho with the stupid name. Smith, our grandfather, who we only talked to like twice. 3 times, technically, if you count the first time we started this quest. Mayor Hagen, that unreliable son of a bitch that has a shelter. Of course, Marcy, who we bought the Swordsman newsletters from. There's Stamp, who was pretty much pointless. I don't know, I never really talked to him. I think he's always too busy to do anything with you. There's Rem right there, who of course gave us the Pegasus boots. Well, he didn't really make them, but you know what I mean. Of course, Dr. Left, that one guy who we got the book from. I think it was about the Minish, I don't know. Of course, he made a figurine about himself. That makes sense. And Borloff, his younger brother, apparently. It's the guy who owns that one chess minigame shop where you could double your bets and all that. Of course, Stockwell, who we could buy the mysterious shells and all this other stuff from in the shop. Simon from Simon's Simulation, which we only did once for the piece of heart, but whatever. Of course, Gorman, who spies on the chicks who he gives houses to. Why the hell not? I mean, wouldn't you? Anju, of course, who we helped out with the Kukos, like 10 freaking times. And Brocco, of course. And his older brother is Broly, who is the legendary Super Saiyan. Or Super Sand, whatever. And Pina, with the funny-ass description on her figurine. Freak. And of course, Beetle, who has the Picolites, which I pronounced as Pilocytes before. I don't know, maybe I'm dyslexic for a little bit. And the Postman, of course, who is very serious about his freaking job. The Krenel Hermit, who tells you bombs are the answer to all of life's problems. The Monster Lady, who we found in that one guy's house, Percy, if I remember correctly. And of course, Dampe the Gravekeeper. He's over there in the freaking Royal Valley. Gustav the Royal Spirit, who gave us the Kinstone piece to find the source of the flow. Syrup, who gave us the red potion. Well, of course, you can't forget about her. And the Great Butterfly, Mayfly, and Dragonfly Fairies, who gave us upgrades to our stuff, like our wallet and all that stuff, and all that jazz. And of course, there's Percy, who for some reason feels like he has, or for some reason I feel like he has first world problems. That's just me, though. And of course, Naru, Ferror, and Din. Of course, Naru's description mentions that she's from the land of Labrina. Din's description mentions that she's a dancer from Holodrum. And Ferror's, it's kind of funny. It's just like, she's a very helpful person, but people take advantage of her kind nature. This really bothers her. And the Joy Butterflies that we collected that helped us speed things up, and I'm very thankful for. And Gina the Guinea, who we did Kinstone fusions with before. Vistari, the person back in the Minish village, who led us entrance into the very first dungeon of the game. And Gentari, the elder of that same village. The Forest Picori. And it's kind of weird, the way they describe the Forest Picori right here. It's like, they delight in making humans happy by hiding helpful items and rupees under grass and rocks all over the world. So yeah, every time you cut grass in any Zelda game, always remember, it's the Picori. Or the Minish. I don't know why they still call them Picori, I don't know. Maybe it's because Karloff doesn't know their true name. So, Library, of course, the guy back in the library who we managed to get evicted because we infused the Four Sword. And the town Picori. Malari, of course, the guy who forged the White Sword for us, which we infused into the Four Sword. The Mountain Picori, which are the 7 apprentices that followed him. The Gorons, which have been, I don't know, downsized like Indians, I want to say. I don't know, they've been living quietly in a cave, so I'm just saying. And the Minish Vati, before he became a sorcerer and all that other such. And vassals. No, that's a fitting name. Jeez, they don't even have individual names. They're just called vassals. Why the hell not? And the library where we managed to fix the books, and the guy with the crazy scream that really made me question his sanity. The Blade Brothers, all 8 of them, including the very dead guy right there. Honestly, how do you get it to stand on there when he's floating? Nah, whatever. And Wheaton and Pita, which I don't think I've ever shown off this, but if you buy their breads, of course, they have kinstone pieces in them at a chance. Not all the time, but at a chance. I think it may even recover your health a little bit, but don't take my word for it. And the Fun Day School, which mentions that Link and Princess Zelda was studied here too. Which, I don't know, maybe this is a preschool or something, because they look pretty freaking young. I'm assuming once you get out of preschool, you're set for life. Mama's Cafe, of course, and the one chick at the very top. I mean, look at her. She's just begging for some cock. I don't know. Oh god, I want to fuck this. Well, not this. I just mean like, fuck my humor. And the Happy Hearth Inn, which I never really used off before, but if you manage to actually buy a room in there, for some fucking reason, there's a chest that always appears that gives you a kinstone piece, depending on the kind of room you bought. Zill and Friends, which turns out Zill is the one with the drippy nose, and apparently he knows a lot about Hyrule, and he might even give you some tips, which I never showed off before, so I don't really know for sure. And the Carpenters, of course. And it's kind of funny because the description says they may seem tough, but they're in touch with their feminine side. They've seen A Walk to Remember 17 times. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And the young couple, Romeo and Julieta, and they grew up next door to one another. They're dating now, but they plan to marry once they get their pet's approval. What the hell? Why would you need your pet's approval? And then again, the pets are looking away from each other, like, get out of my sight. And the Peaceful Hyrule, it's all 3 of these are just showing off the various aspects of Hyrule Town. I mean, look at this, the pets, the old ladies, or the old people, the festival, and a bunch of random crap that no one cares about, including cats, because they suck. I'm a dog person, everybody. And of course, Kuko's with the boisterous crow and a cute fuck. This is why I don't read the descriptions, because I kind of stutter. Some of them even come out like tongue twisters. So of course, Kuko's, the guys we had to collect for Anju. And Lon Lon Ranch with Madeline and Talon right there. The Wind Tribe, which are pretty much, I don't know, I like the Wind Tribe in this because they control the winds. That sounds awesome! And Gregel and the Ghost, who we managed to save, or Gregel, who we managed to save, and we got the light arrows in return. And the Tingle siblings, Tingle, Ankle, Knuckle, and David Jr. Though, as it says right there, David Jr. is not technically a relative. Which is weird because he looks almost exactly like they do. Anyway, Eenie and Meanie, the vegetable people, and it turns out Bronco actually sells their crops, or at least their best ones. The Goron merchant who we managed to make show up and sold us those kinstone pieces. And Spookter Inspector. And yeah, the one from the blue cap is Spookter, and the one in the red cap is Spectre. And Spookter tries to be scary, but he's just not. I think that's the guy who we exorcised, but whatever. And of course the enemies, Sluggula right there. Easy guide, you gotta beat. Scissors Beetle, kinda hard, you just gotta get around him. Mold Worm, which I honestly don't think I've ever fought these before, so I don't know how this showed up in there. I don't know, maybe I passed it by without even knowing, but whatever. Spiked Beetles, of course, Igor statues, Business Scrubs, Armos, Keys. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's how he has him floating up. He has him standing on a stick. Whatever. The Keatons, Guinea, Gibdos, Rolobites, Sparks, Dark Nuts, Red Dark Nuts, Chaser, Rock Choo Choo, which are the ones you just can defeat with the Rock Smash thingamabobber. Not the Pokemon move, I mean the Rock Breaker. Moldorms, Door Mimics, Peahats, Helmasaurs, Wall Masters, Floor Masters, Acro Bandits, Bob-Ombs, Bombarosas, which honestly sound feminine, yet they're not. And again, making contact to them does make them explode. I don't know, I'm just not going to go further than that. Likes, Ruby likes, fuck these guys. Ropes, boulders, I don't know why they have one of a boulder. I don't know, maybe this is kind of a throwback to the first Legend of Zelda game where in the instruction manual they actually had a description for the boulders that dropped down. Maybe, I'm just making speculation. The Ball and Chain Soldiers, Spiny Beetles, spear moblins, bow moblins, cloud piranhas, Moldozer, pestos, puffstools, wizrobes, the fire and ice variety, of course, wisps, octoroks, golden tektites, golden ropes, and the crow and takuri, which are apparently the black one is just crow, and the red ones actually take rupees from you, so... And Lakitus, of course, and it turns out they really were called Lakitus. I just made speculation there. Stalfos, beetles, choo-choos, tektites, traps, levers, and now let's talk about the mini-bosses and bosses, like such as Matterpillar, the spiny choo-choo, the big Octorok, the Georg pair that we fought in the Palace of Winds, Big Goron, which really isn't a boss, but somehow got paired in there, the big green choo-choo, Gleerock, Mazal, Big Blue Choo-Choo, and as you guys saw, he mentioned that there's a final series, so there's 6 more to collect. So let's get to collecting those right now. Actually, wait a minute, how many? Yeah, I probably should buy some, I'm gonna go buy some mysterious shells real quick. Alrighty guys, now that I have enough mysterious shells, I actually had to buy a lot of mysterious shells. As you guys see, I'm just about out of rupees. So yeah, there's 6 more figurines that only show up once you finally beat the final boss. And they only show up after that. Such as along with that option to talk to the big Goron and he eats your shield. We'll get to that in a little bit, and it should be the very last thing to do. So of course the first figurine we're going to be getting right here is one of Zelda and Locke. These two became fast friends because of Smith and the King of Hyrule. Zelda wishes that the sometimes unreliable Locke were just a wee bit stronger even though he saved the world. And technically she kind of saved the world too. Actually, honestly, she technically saved the world. Or she helped the world recover immediately, thanks to the hat and all that. You know what? Screw technicalities. We saved her, which in turn, she saved the world. So by association, we saved the world. You're welcome, Zelda! Anyway, the second figurine we're getting now is one of the Minish Eslo. The Minish Eslo before he was cursed by Vati. He is a famous Minish sage, and that part seems so tongue-twistery. Even among Minish inventors, he was renowned for his amazing creations. So yeah, you hear that, Eslo? You're a famous Minish sage. And how are you still on my head? I thought you left. Anyway, if you guys couldn't guess it right now, like after you save from beating the final boss, it resets you back to right before you actually fight the final boss. So when you reload your game, you start off back in Dark Hyrule Castle, right before you try fighting Vati and all that. But anyway, the third figurine we're getting now is the Black Knight, and it appears in Dark Hyrule Castle. This is the strongest Dark Knight with a good balance of attack and defense. They will do anything to stop you. Damn right they will. Jeez, they react really freaking quick, I must say. And they're more of a challenge than the other ones, mainly because of such. So yeah, this game resets it to right before you fight Vati, but it kind of counts that you did beat him because there are certain things that show up after you beat him. Though it's kind of weird. It kind of creates a time paradox of sorts. Because Eslo is still here. This stuff shows up after you beat Vati, which is, I don't know, the fourth figurine right here is Vati Reborn. The sorcerer Vati took this form after draining the power of the life force from Princess Zelda. The evil beams from his eyes are devastating, only not really because the eyes themselves can be taken out really easily. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Eslo's still here, Vati's still running rampantly, and yet this stuff shows up and it tells you, hey, you beat the game. I'm like, technically I didn't. I don't know, I kind of don't like that they did that. I mean, I'm kind of glad that they threw in this post-game sort of thing, but it seems redundant when you can fight the boss over and over again. And the fifth figurine is Vati Transfigured. Once Vati's body has been shattered, this dark form rises up, all that remains of the evil sorcerer. Only the Sacred Four Sword can defeat him. I suppose. And what else was I going to mention? I miss how in like Oracle of Seasons and Ages, once you beat the final boss of that game, of that respective game, it actually treats the game as if you saved the world. Like in Oracle of Seasons, when you save the world, like the seasons are back to normal, like they're all spring. And in Oracle of Ages, the time is back to normal, I suppose. And the last figurine right here is Vati's final form, Vati's Wrath. This is the embodiment of purest evil, the final form of the power-mad Vati. Its mind is consumed with a hunger for destruction. Find its weakness, because yeah, we're not going to tell you. Because by this point, you've beaten the boss, you know what the weakness is. Somehow. So you've collected every single figure I've ever made. I'll keep a good eye on your collection on the shelf here. And here, I want you to have this. It's the Karlov medal to commemorate your copious collection. I hope you treasure it always. Damn right it will, because now we've 100%ed the figurines, technically. And it's weird, because when you talk to that one guy who allows you access into his house, he mentions, it's like, oh, you even got the Karlov medal, which in technicality we never did. That only happens when you get all 136 figurines. And that only happens once you beat the game. So that kind of makes me think that they never expect you to get all the figurines before the final boss. Or at least all the ones that you can get accessible to that point. So yeah, it's kind of a little error on the translator's parts or something like that, because they threw in that whole Karlov medal thing. Maybe they were wasting or saving time by having that message in there regardless of whether or not we had all 136 or the medal to begin with. But whatever. Now let's just get the final thing. We wasted all that time, you better be done with our shield. That was excellent, thank you so much. Now I finally know the legendary taste of a shield. And I will happily fulfill my promise. Let me just spit your shield back out again. Dude, you vomited it. That was painful looking. So, we get the mirror shield in return. This mighty shield shines like a mirror. Use it to reflect enemy attacks. It seems your shield has changed shape a little as I was chewing on it. Ah, it's fine. It's still a shield after all, just a slightly differently shaped one. That thing? Well, I have to go now. Goodbye. You're still here, sir. Get it here. I don't know why he says that. So, as for the last thing as 100%, now we have the mirror shield, which at this point in the game is almost entirely 100% pointless. But it's shiny. Look at it shine, it's so very nice. So with that, now I have truly, absolutely 100%ed this game. Because you know when I said I 100% this game before? No, yep, I lied. I was completely 100% lying. I was completely lying. See what I did there? Anyway, I should probably end this before I start humiliating myself further. As for what I'm going to be doing for my next Let's Play, we'll have to see and find out, because hell, that's even a surprise for me, because for now I gotta focus on my classes for the next month or so to ensure I never fail. I'm just saying, because yeah, if I take up a Let's Play right now, at this point of my classes, I kind of feel like I'm gonna screw myself over. So I'll see you guys in a month with my next Let's Play project, I suppose. So if you like this Let's Play, give it a like, subscribe if you want to watch future videos and Let's Plays, and feel free to watch any of my previous videos and Let's Plays if you really feel like it. This has been Advanced Logic, and I'll see you guys on my next Let's Play. Figure eight. Okay, I'm just gonna save now.